Like, I feel like it gets so frustrating to the point where it's not even fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll play a frustrating game, and even though I'm dying or failing, I'll laugh it off and I'll still have fun. But like Crash Bash, when it gets bad, I personally think it gets bad. You know, like I'm done. This isn't even fun. This isn't even fun to play, and this ain't fun to watch no more. Well, I'm sure it'd still be fun for someone to watch someone, you know, get angry and stuff. But for the player themselves, they'll be like, no. I tried, but now I just don't have the time. I just don't have the time, you know. Like, I really don't. Oh, I know what I could do. No, I know I wouldn't get. Well, I know I wouldn't get very far, but I could try and see how far I could get in. You give a bit of memories, like in 3 hours. I would save, of course. I wouldn't get very far, considering like 6 hours doing that live stream or so. I couldn't beat the game when I was trying to do a casual speed run, so I wouldn't get very far. But yeah, I might do something like that. I'll think about it. I don't know. I do want to possibly try Doors to the Roses again at one point, actually. Why me? Why you indeed, sir? This man's putting me to shame. Swimming around the island 3 times a day. Yeah, he's putting me to shame. And I hardly leave the house these days. Like, Jesus, like, sad, man. We're all sad. I need to go for walks more like I used to. That's what I need to do. Definitely. Always feel somewhat refreshed going for a walk. As long as it's not too hot. If it's not too hot, it's fine. If it was like a nice breeze, if you just go for like, it doesn't even have to be that long of a walk. It can just be like 20-minute walk or something. For me personally, if I go out for a bit and you know, it's nice and not too warm, nice breeze, nice and cool, I normally feel pretty, you know, pretty like relaxed sort of thing when I come back refreshed. I feel better for it normally. It depends on how far I walk. Depends how far I go, but like normally I feel better for it, I'll say. As I guess you kind of should, really, but you know. No, still wings getting there. Still wings getting there. Though, like, we've nearly been at it for an hour. Well, we're nearly up to the 45-minute mark, and I've only like, the heck. No, never mind. That just seemed loud for some reason. It's a Pokemon Stadium one. I can go in the warm hot springs. I don't think I'd like hot springs. I really don't. Just because I'm not very good with heat. I'm just not. I'm terrible with heat. Is that enough for the versus Seeker? It is. Ah, she doesn't want to battle. Everyone else does, but she doesn't want to. I think it's the first time she's actually not wanted to battle. Now I think about it. Oh dear. Actually, I guess oh crap. It's fine. I think we'll be right. I pressed the wrong move. But to keep this, I guess, kind of topical to Pokemon, have you guys seen the new Pokemon game, the new free Pokemon game on the Switch called oh, well, I called it Pokemon Blocks. I've actually already forgot what it's called, but I called it Pokemon Blocks, but it's not called Pokemon Blocks, but it is the weirdest Pokemon game I've ever seen. It really is. So now you know when I'm streaming this, recording this, if you're watching this on YouTube. At the time, I think it got released a couple of days ago. It's a free game on the Switch. At least they're making it free right now. They might make it like a more of a pay to play type game, but for now it's free. And I just think it's the weirdest looking thing. I've not played it, of course, because I don't have a Switch. I can't afford hardly anything. I can't afford anything right now. But like, yeah, I think Jamie said he wants to try it out. But I hear people say they like it. Like, it's better than what they thought it would be. I think it's just the graphics, just kind of, like, especially for me, like, it threw me off. When I looked at it, I was like, what is this? This is kind of like, sort of like Minecraft, but like graphics-wise, you know, literally all the Pokemon literally look like squares, blocks. So I call it Pokemon Blocks because I'm like, they should have called it that, but it's not called Pokemon Blocks. That's what they should have called it though. It's weird, man. I think from what Jamie told me, it's more of a strategy as opposed to actual Pokemon. Well, not strategy. Well, yeah, kind of tactician. Is that the right word? Well, I think I was right the first time. But it is strategy. I think it's more like, I guess, like Fire Emblem type strategy. Is what I'm trying to say. That type of game. So it's different. But hey, if you've got a Switch and it's free, just like how Jamie keeps telling me to play Fortnite, it's like it's free, you should play it. And I'm like, maybe, but it just doesn't interest me, you know. Even if it's free, it doesn't mean you have to try it. You know what I mean? If it's not your type of game, if you don't like Pokemon, then why are you going to play it? Even if it's free. You know what I mean? You can give it a chance, sure. You can give it a try. At least the option is there. You can be like, yeah, you know what, I'll give it a shot. Maybe this game will be better, or maybe I'll actually like this game. Who knows? And if you don't like it, no harm, no foul, right? You've not lost no money. You maybe wasted your time, I guess, if you didn't like the game, but, you know, apart from that. Come on, come down. Ah, box. Apart from that, you should be good. He says. Ah, she didn't count? Maybe she didn't. It didn't seem like it. Wait, what? Oh. Oh, he's the only one. I just realised. Oh. Well, that sucks. Now I'm going to have to recharge. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm going to have to recharge. Whoop. When's the Digimon Pokemon crossover? I guess they've already done it. I mean, you did have I wish I never watched it, honestly, but you do have the death battle. They had a death battle between Charizard and Agumon. Basically, Pokemon versus Digimon, who is better. It was pretty silly, but then again, it's death battle. You know, I think that was the last death battle I ever watched. I kind of lost interest, honestly. It's like, okay, the concept is interesting. I'm just kind of bored of it now, personally. It's like after like I don't know, the fourth bloody Goku versus Superman. It's just like I don't care. I really don't care. Like I don't care if Superman is stronger than Goku. I don't care if Goku might be actually stronger than Superman. I don't care. I don't care. I like other people do anyway. You know what I'm saying? I like how other people really take that shit seriously, like real seriously. Hey, not those two. Whoop. Why isn't there a crash? Why isn't there a crash Spyro? Why isn't there a crash Spyro Bash? I don't know. I'm kind of surprised they haven't done that. Like some like kind of like Crash Bash, but like with Crash and Spyro characters. Does that make sense? Like a crossover. Especially since Activision owns both Spyro and Crash. I'm kind of surprised they haven't done a. Well, they have done actual games, like the Game Boy Advance games, but they were very good. But I'm talking about just like kind of like think of it like kind of like sorry, think of it like Mario Party in a way, where you have like various Mario characters, and then like Donkey Kong's kind of considered a Mario character, but he also has his own game, so you have like Donkey Kong and you have like other characters and stuff. Kind of like that, I guess. Well, no, a better comparison would be Mario and Sonic, right? The Olympic game type stuff. That kind of like that, but not an Olympic games, but some just like a mini game type thing with Crash and Spyro. Surprised they haven't done it. Maybe they're just afraid because people will be like, no, we don't want the mini game thing. Yeah, I know. I know people still want Crash Bash to come back. Personally, I don't really care. I'll be honest. Like, I enjoyed Crash Bash for what it is. I had a lot of laughs with my friends. Believe me, I had a lot of laughs in general playing that game. But I don't know. I didn't enjoy it that much that I'd be like, okay, this needs to be remastered. Like, I felt like the original Crash Bandicoot games deserved that. But like Crash Bash, I'm like, okay, it was fun, but I don't think it personally deserves the treatment. That's my personal opinion. But like, if they wanted to do a Crash Bash 2, you know what I mean? Like, if they want to do a Crash Bash 2, that's like a little bit different. Or like I say, do a Crash Spyro Bash thing, then that would be alright, I guess. That'd be different. But like, or CTR. Like, I can understand them like redoing CTR. Everyone wants to battle. Yay. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really care for Crash Bash coming back. Actually, I was speaking to my friend on Sunday. I think this might be the main reason why he actually quit gaming for the most part. I don't know. He said to me ages ago that he doesn't play games anymore, but he still kind of talks about it. But I still don't think he plays games anymore. I think he just kind of he tries to check out news and stuff, right? But like, see, we were talking about how like a lot of games are being remastered and stuff, right? And I said, yeah, that's kind of like 2017 is, I think, it's where it started. I think it was 17, or it might be late 16. 17 and 18 just kind of feels like the years of remastered. You know what I mean? Like, it's just going to go into 2019, probably, because you've got Final Fantasy. Was Final Fantasy 7 supposed to be out 2019? I don't know. The point is that it feels like since around 2017, it's like, let's remaster everything. Or, you know, you're going down the line. You know, Dark Souls Remastered just came out recently. Spyro's getting remastered after Crash. You've had kind of remastered. Well, you've had like spiritual successors. You've got a Ukulele, which is not Banjo-Kazooie remastered, but it's you know Mighty Number 9. Even though people don't like to talk about it, but the point is, there's either like some sort of like spiritual successor that's inspired by an old game to kind of bring that era back, or it's like let's just remaster this game. And I think it's fine for some games. I think some games don't personally need it, but one of the things my friend said is that he's just not interested in modern games because he feels like all he hears nowadays is let's just remaster another game. So I guess what he's saying is he's probably more into like the newer games. Even said himself, it's like why would I buy Spyro, the Reignited trilogy, when I already have the originals? Which I personally think is fair. I think it's fair. I'm sure there'd be a lot of people that'd be like, you know, my friend's opinion is stupid or whatever, but like he's not wrong. I can see it from his point of view. It's like he has the games, like the original games, he has done for a long time, and he loves the original Spyro games. So when he sees it being remastered, he's just kind of like, well, I guess that's cool for those who haven't played the game, but he has. So for him, it's like it's irrelevant. Which again, I think it's fair. If you've never played Spyro before, or you've never played Crash before, and you've always been interested, and I don't know, you can't get the original copies anymore because it can be kind of difficult. Then there you go. You get to play the original games, kind of like remastered, recreate, or whatever, in a more modern look. Does that make sense? In a more modern look. You know, so like for those type of people, it's good. But in my friend's case, like I said, if you've played the games already, then you might just be like, well, okay, I'm probably gonna pass maybe because it's kind of like, well, I have the games, I played the games. It's nice for it to be looking in HD or looking more modern and new. But it's kind of like, well, if it's more of the same, then it doesn't interest those types of people. So I think it's fair. I think it's fair. So I can totally understand why my friend's kind of like, yeah, like everything's getting remastered. He's just not interested. Which is like fair enough. Like I feel like maybe if they get a new Crash Bandicoot game, and which I think they will hopefully at some point, and like maybe like a new Spyro game, like a successor type of thing, then he might be more like interested / inclined type of thing. Just like, oh yeah, something new. It's something new type of thing. Funny enough, I was thinking of possibly doing a discussion on that. Like, is remastering, like, is games getting remastered a good thing? And like having a discussion, but I need to talk with someone, or at least a couple of people who want to like sort of chat about it. Maybe get someone who doesn't really care for someone who's for remastered games, and someone who's like, yeah, this is a good thing. So that could be an interesting discussion as debate. It could be interesting. Okay, she doesn't want to fight. That's fine. I must be pretty close. I think I'm on level 54, right? Have I looped the music twice now? I can't remember. I don't think so, not yet. I've almost looped the music twice. Whoop. People still think that Gen 1 Pokemon should be remastered. I mean, yeah. I mean, sure. I mean, I'll probably play it if they do. I'll probably play it if they do, but like, I'm kind of here or there about it, Hello, Lose. I know why I say like that. Whoop. But yep, so certainly the era of remastered games. I do want to play Dark Souls, and Jamie actually told me that they've taken Dark Souls apparently off the shelves, like the original Dark Souls. Basically, you can't get a hold of it anymore. Which I bet you probably could if you look on eBay. I'm actually kind of interested. I might do a search on Amazon to see if I can find the original Dark Souls, because I want to see if it really is actually gone. But according to him, they've taken it off the market in replacement for the remastered version. Because I haven't played it, and Jamie told me that Dark Souls is a the first one is a very buggy and broken game. Apparently, there's one era. I think it's Blight Town, which is, well, he probably doesn't want to spoil me, but he just says that area needed to be fixed, and the remaster fixed it. That's all he said. And he just says if you see the game, you'll see what I mean. So yeah, I think he just wants me to like, I guess, experience it, but I probably can't now unless I search for it on eBay. I'll probably have to play the remastered version. I won't get the full Dark Souls glitchiness, brokenness, I guess, experience. Unless I borrow it, maybe. But I don't really like to borrow games off of people, personally. Bad experiences. Plus, someone shouldn't really trust me with their games. Not really. Even though I take better care of my games now. Sly 4, I don't know what happened with that, but by the way, I managed to get back to where I was in Sly 4. I did it on the weekend. I just quickly rushed back to where I was. So we'll just carry on, and hopefully I won't like lose my data, and hopefully the game will work this time. But I doubt it. I gave it a clean. I don't know what's going on with it. I'll just have to hope I can skip the cutscenes, I guess, because I'm not going to be able to afford a new copy right now. So it sucks. I don't know what happened. I was saying to Jamie, like my PS3 might have scratched it or something. Because consoles can do that, right? Consoles can actually do that. Consoles can actually can sometimes scratch your discs. Is my disc faulty? Well, when I looked at it, when I looked at it, it looked like it had like a couple of scratches here and there. Nothing that I could see it was too bad, but I gave it a wipe. But it's still, excuse me, it's still like having issues with it's certain cutscenes. It's not the in-game cutscenes. I was still in level 55. I wasn't paying attention. It's not the in-game cutscenes. It's the cartoon ones. It's the animated ones. If it's in-game, it's fine. It's only the cartoon cutscenes that glitch, and not all of them want to. Not all of them want to, but they crash. Sometimes they crash to the point where I can't skip them. It's annoying, I've only played the game once. After that, I put it back in its disc nicely, so I don't know what happened. Really unsure. It sucks, but what can you do? Yeah. All right. Well, we shall. Because I don't think this affects what's his name? Moltres. Zapdos. So now we can level up Zapdos. We're getting there. But I think we'll need one more session. So I'd like to get Pokemon finished this week, but I doubt that's going to happen unless I just go for it. But I'm not going to do that because I don't want to fail. Because if I lose all of my Pokemon, that's it. Like Nuzlocke is over, done. Like end of the playthrough. I don't want to end this Nuzlocke with me failing. I mean, if it happens, it happens. But yeah. Okay, we'll loop. We'll do one more. We'll do one more audio. We'll do one more audio loop, and then I think I'll probably turn the game audio back on, so you guys don't hear, the same tracks over and over again. I don't know. We might be finished grinding by tomorrow. Maybe we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Much talk. So now it's Godzilla's time to get level 55, and then I'll work on Zapdos. Lovely tea. Just do Shockwave. Surprised I didn't kill him, actually. He survived. 10 levels higher. That's a shame. Why me? I know they're releasing that Pokemon Let's Go Eevee thing. Which is like an extension, I think, to like Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. It's like Pokemon Go. I have not played Pokemon Go in so long, I really haven't. I had fun when it was popular, I guess, but I don't know, I just kind of lost interest. Well, I don't go anywhere, and I guess going out to capture Pokemon on my phone isn't enough incentive to get me out of the house anymore. I guess. Hmm. The thing I dislike about the Pokemon games is having to level up individually. Oh yeah, right. I get what you mean, Footloose. You mean because like in other RPGs you would have like a party, wouldn't you? And then you'd like have a say a party of three, and they all get XP at the same time. I know what you mean. Um, that's probably why they introduced the XP share, which is kind of like the same thing, in a way. Well, kinda. It's like basically, you know, your whole like everyone in your party, I believe, will get, you know, will get XP. But I think it gets split. So I think if you like if the Pokemon holds the XP share, I think the other Pokemon gets less experience, but they do get some of it. But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, that's why I called. That's why I like this part. It's like, you know, welcome back to grinding Pokemon Nuzlocke edition, you know, or Pokemon Grind Nuzlocke edition. I did a GPS hack on Pokemon Go. Really? Oh, you mean so you don't have to travel to places? Makes sense. Man, people did some crazy things though. I hear, you know, like people were driving and driving different places just for a Pokemon. I even heard back in the day. I even heard back in the day, right? From Jamie actually told me this, I think, that some people would go into a taxi and ask the taxi driver, no joke, to slow down, and just because they were trying to capture Pokemon. They would pay them, but like they would get the driver to basically kind of like go on a joyride, I guess, like slow down, cruise, take them to wherever they need to go, I guess, to capture a Pokemon on Pokemon Go. That's just crazy to me. Can I just say, Zapdos' sprite here, like the way his face looks a little odd. It looks a little odd. I don't know. Just kind of looks like he's, well, I guess he's sitting down, I guess, but it looks like his head is just like up. Like he's got a neck ache or something. He's got to get a neck ache with his head being up like that. I feel like his sprite would have been higher up, but it actually isn't. Thank God the Digimon story games don't do that. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That like they have them as an actual party, as opposed to thingy. I'm trying to think. Yeah, but 2003 does. I think. I'm trying to remember. Does 2003? I think it does. Yes, it does actually. I think. Yeah, because in Digimon World 2003, you know, you can only have one. I guess because lack of power for the PlayStation, you can only have one Pokemon, one Digimon at a time, and yeah, I'm pretty certain when you get the XP, it only goes on the Pokemon who's in the battle. I keep saying Pokemon, the Digimon's in the battle. So I think Digimon World 2003 was like that, basically. If I remember correctly. So you had to keep swapping them out, like you do in Pokemon, to level them individually. I think. I think so. It's been a while since I played Digimon World 2003, but I'm pretty certain that was exactly like that. Which is one of the gripes with the game I have with 2003 is that it is, in my opinion, nowhere near as good as the original. Um, and the grinding is, I mean, it's basically it's a standard RPG, but it's more like Pokemon in the sense that, like I said, you have to individually level up your Digimon. I remember, right, when I was younger, I actually remember not bothering leveling up the other two Digimon, and I just leveled up one to like level 75 because I could not be asked. Like I just could not be asked. I really couldn't. I would admit I'm not very good at playing RPGs where you have multiple characters to level up. Like I feel like personally, in my personal opinion, I prefer a game that just has four at max. I don't know. Whenever I see like more than four, I kind of get intimidated, and I'm like, great. I have like so many people to level up, and you know, I'm probably gonna have so many different classes, so many different job classes. And I'm like, oh man, it just makes me feel like, oh, the grind is gonna be so long because I've got all these characters I've got to get up, and then you know, I've got to figure out what job class I want them to be, and then swap them out, swap them in, swap them out. It just seems like so much. And I'm personally happy with just like three or four, and that's it. No swapping out characters for other characters and leveling up more characters. It just seems too much to me. So I always get intimidated. That's probably one reason why I never finish Final Fantasy games, because Final Fantasy games do that a lot. They'll give you like a lot more, like more characters. They'll give you like 5 or 6 or 7 characters. It depends. I think certain Final Fantasy games you can have optional characters. But yeah, I'm just like, so I wouldn't mind so much if I could just have a party of 3 or 4 and leave it like that. And even if I got, say, someone else in my party, if I didn't have to use them, like if it wasn't like super difficult or affected too much the game, you know, by not using these other characters, and I could just, you know, you could pick the 4 characters you preferred over the 6 characters available. And I wouldn't mind, but it feels like some games are kind of like, yeah, you probably should, because you may need to use this character, even if you don't like using that character, because it's kind of useful. And I'm like, ain't nobody got time for that, you know? Well, some people do, obviously, but like, well, not now I'm older, that's for sure. I say that as someone who's unemployed, but like that's the thing. I should be working, and it, you know, ordinarily I would be, and I'd have less time for waste, you know, for grinding and all that jazz. But yeah, I definitely prefer Digimon Wild over Pokemon. I just prefer the way it does things as opposed to just standard RPGs. Very slow grind, very slow. Zapdos is shrinking. I hope not. Did someone use Minimize on him? Ugh. Speaking of Digimon, I still need to finish Digimon World Next Order. I still need to play it. My god, is that game long. Well, I say long, I mean more like, it's long because the grinding is long, that's what I should say. I think there's only like 6 chapters, and once you eventually get into the swing of things in that game, you start to realize that the game isn't as long as you think it is, it's just more, it's more the fact that you realize that you have to grind to have strong Mega Digimon as early as the first chapter of the game, otherwise you aren't getting anywhere. That game doesn't pull any punches compared to the first game, where, you know, you can pretty much just get a champion if you're really good at the game and just, like, cheese it with Spin and Shot. You can't really do that in Digimon World Next Order. I'm actually somewhat interested to see a speed run of Next Order and see how someone tackles that over Digimon World 1. Because I'm really curious. Because that game is just... Oh, man. Like, when I saw I was on the final chapter, I was like, wait, I'm on the final chapter? I'm like, huh, okay. I was just like, oh. It's like I spend all this time grinding, and that's where it is, you know. That's where the lymph goes, you know. It's like, oh, you're spending most of your time. I hear there's post game though, and I think I read that someone said that the post game is quite big. So I don't know. I don't know. I haven't even beaten the main story of that game yet. I'll get to it. I need to finish it so I can go back to Exilia 2 and finish that, and then debate on what game to do next. I should finish Dragon Quest 7 really, but I'm so bored of that game. I'm so bored at that game, but I should finish it at some point. Yeah. And then, at some point, it's either Ni no Kuni or Dragon Age Inquisition, I think. I like how those guys are in sync. I kind of screwed over their momentum, I guess. Oh, they just want to keep running in sync, like, that's fine. Copying each other. That's totally fine. You do you, guys. You do you. Funny enough, someone on Discord was wondering if I would stream Digimon World 2003. That's not the first time. I've had someone else. I think when I finished Digimon World again on stream, I think someone said do Digimon World 3 next for 2003, and I'm like, but it's just not as good. Don't get me wrong. I think I appreciated Digimon World 2003 more when I was younger, and I had more time. Again, you probably appreciate things a lot more when you're a kid. You're like, wow, they're so cool, even though you're spending like hours and hours grinding. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think I'm ready to get back into that game. I've played so many RPGs lately. I'm getting to that point where I think I'm just kind of burned out. I know, like, some people suggested in a video before that I do more RPGs, and I'm like, I don't know. RPGs after RPGs after RPGs can kind of be draining. I'm not gonna lie. It really depends on the RPG, I suppose. But like, oh man, that can be draining. An RPG after an RPG, when you spend so many hours in one, and then spend so many hours in another, it's just like, I don't know. That's why I like to switch it up between platformers, because platformers are just fun, and you don't really have to worry about like grinding and stuff or anything like that. So I don't know. I was potentially thinking of doing another RPG after Pokemon. Potentially. But I think I'm probably going to let you guys vote on it. I will say that. But like, it'll probably be like platformers or something. I don't know. I've already made my decision to play what I'm going to play after Sly 4. Which I will reveal after I've beaten Sly 4. You know. So yeah. Also, I need to check what days E3 is, because apparently it's next week or something. I didn't think it was till like the 20th, but I heard it was like next week sometime. People say it's like 9 days to go or something. So that would be like a Wednesday or a Thursday next week. I'm not too sure. But I want to check the days on them, because I might be doing a live stream of E3. You know, I'll just be watching it, basically. So like, I'll be watching the presentation if I can. Depends on when they're showing it. I might skip EA because I don't care about EA. But they don't want to fight me. I cannot read that text. That is really bright. Can I, no, I can't, can I? I wonder what my game is phrasing. Welcome to the stream, new user. I cannot read your name. You have a really bright text, and I can't read your name. I'm trying to go on your profile so I can see what your name is. I'm not sure how you... Okay, here we are. Belai? I'm not sure how you pronounce that. I apologize. Welcome to the stream. I don't know who Hamak is, though. I don't know who you're referring to. I don't know if you're making a joke that I'm not aware of, but there ain't no one with that name here. I can tell you that. Yeah, I probably look fine on dark mode, but I'm not using dark mode or cinematic mode, or whatever it's called. Whatever it is called. Right, Godzilla is level 50, but he's still got 5 levels to go. So, Joy, where am I with my music actually? I'm looping it. Okay, I'll put the game audio back on now. I think. There we go. Hopefully that isn't too loud. Hopefully not.